Hello, Room 21 friends. It's Missy Anciola. I'm here to read another one of my favorite books with you. It's called Snippets, and it is written and illustrated by Diane Albert. Today, as we are reading, we are going to practice asking questions and answering questions about unknown words in the story. Sometimes, as a reader, no matter how many books you have read, we still come across words that we don't know. And even if we sound them out, that doesn't tell us what they actually mean. So today, when I come across a tricky word and I'm not sure what it means, I'm going to pause for a moment to give you time to make a guess about what it means by using the context. That means you'll be looking at the words and the pictures to help you make your guess. Then I will explain to you how I figured out what it means. Of course, if we come across another word that you don't know and we don't discuss it together, see if you can figure it out on your own. Are you ready? This is a story about a strange little place where two shapes of paper filled up the whole space. Triangles and squares would all wait in line to make a home in the same patterned design. Each house like the other, all so mundane, not a chimney, a shingle, or long window pane. Then, one afternoon, after new shapes were made, a snippet showed too, in an aqua blue shade. But because Snippet had an oddly shaped top, he looked a bit different from a normal rooftop. Ooh, I'm wondering what the word snippet means. If I'm looking at the picture and the words, see if you can figure it out. I looked at the pictures and the words, and I figured out that a snippet is an odd scrap of paper. It is not meaningfully cut out in a certain way so that his sides are a certain length. He's just a little scrap. He's a snippet. He was very shy, but he wanted to play. So he asked the shapes, "What are you making today?" "We make sturdy houses," announced the red square. "Asymmetrical shapes belong right over there. Because we are different, it's best we're divided. We just can't risk having our houses lopsided." Now I'm wondering, what does asymmetrical mean? See if you can use the context to figure it out. I used the context and I figured out that asymmetrical must mean that if you had a shape like a piece of paper and you folded it in half, that it wouldn't be the same on both sides. If I'm looking at the squares and the triangles that are talking to Snippet right now, all of their sides are even and equal. So if we folded them up, they would match right up. Snippet isn't like that though. He's asymmetrical. Snippet wasn't expecting to be asked to leave and was shocked that Square was being naive. He could build a strong house and be part of a pair, even though he was not like a regular square. Ooh, now I'm wondering what naive means. I figured out that naive means that the red square doesn't really understand why all of the different shapes can still build together, and he doesn't know that they can all have different jobs. He is not aware. He is naive. Not wanting to argue, he walked over to the pile and noticed each shape had a distinctive style. They were all snippets. They were just like him. Some sides were long and some were slim. He was so excited by such a surprise. There were so many shapes of irregular size. "Come on," they all said. "Jump right into the pile." So Snippet dove in with a bright, gleaming smile. And even though Snippet really loved the new space, He just couldn't forget that strange, tidy place. Deep down in his heart, being divided felt wrong. He just wanted to see all the shapes get along. As he stood thinking, an idea came to mind. What if he went back and tried to be kind to that misguided square with the perfect physique? He could show him the beauty of being unique. When Snippet arrived, Square started to grumble. "Why are you back? You'll make our houses crumble." This was Snippet's big chance to make Square truly see all the wonderful things they could possibly be. Snippet pointed to the roof's acute angle and said, "I could make a tall chimney on that green triangle." Snippet saw Square start to fill up with doubt and knew it'd be best to act it all out. So he climbed on the triangle and said, "How's this look?" Square watched carefully, but the house never shook. It's not falling down, and it doesn't look bad. In fact, it looks great. So what else can we add? "Actually," said Snippet, "we could add some more. There's a rectangle, Snippet, for a fancy front door. Is it okay if I ask the pile to play too?" Square happily agreed, only expecting a few. But the whole pile showed up to come over and play, and to Square's huge surprise, they had such a fun day. The houses they made had never looked so grand. It was just as wonderful as Snippet had planned. Squares, triangles, and Snippets all getting along. They'd made a great place where they could all belong. Long rectangles made houses that reached up so high, a pentagon-shaped rocket could fly in the sky. A right triangle made a red sail on a ship. It was amazing to see such a close partnership. They all learned so much from each other that day that regardless of shape, they could happily play. And to think it was just one Snippet's kind heart that joined them together to make such great art. Friends, I hope you enjoyed today's story as much as I did. Remember, when you are reading on your own and you come across an unknown word, see if you can use the words and pictures around it to figure it out yourself.